Welcome to Motion Manhua. Sit back, enjoy the story. Imperial Philion Academy, the Empire's finest institute, where elite scholars and royal funding forge the highest education. They call it the factory that prints out heroes. General Adishan, Sword Saint Shalapin, the mightiest witch. Ronan knows their worth proved itself in war. But the academy is infamous too. Brutal acceptance rates and crushing tuition. No wonder, he thinks, his sister reacted that way. "I'll let the results do the talking," Ronan says, eyes glowing. He meets the girl in the night forest. "Marcel," she corrects him. "It's not Marcel, it's Aesel." He waves it off. "Let's ignore the details. Then, I have something to test on you." Aesel tenses. "By test?" He grins. "Try using your psychic powers on me, Aesel. The most you can do." Aesel gapes. "You want me to use my psychic powers on you? All of a sudden?" She hesitates. "It isn't even dangerous, so why bother?" "Just do as I tell you for now," Ronan insists. "I won't die from it, so don't be scared. Okay then." Power begins to gather around her hands. I'll start. Invisible hand! Aesel casts, and blue energy engulfs Ronan. "Oh, would you look at that? Isn't this much more impressive than I thought?" Lifted by the force, he tests its feel. The stability's still rough but familiar. It reminds him of the decisive battle against Amatis. Back then, he realizes, it must have been psychic magic. That power once let him fight the winged enemy as an equal in the air. Psychic mages are rare, their talents rarer still. In other words, Aesel will be the power he needs in the final battle against that bastard. Isn't this already a great start? But Aesel strains. "Ronan, I can't hold on anymore." He insists. "Hold on, I just need to confirm one more thing." "I'll put myself down," Ronan says. Aesel blinks. "What do you mean yourself? How?" His blade flashes. With one stroke, he slices through the psychic force binding him and lands. Aesel reels. What just happened? Did Ronan just cut through her mana? Ronan, what was that?" He shrugs it off. "Nothing big, just a little trick I've been able to do." "What do you mean a trick? I've never heard of you cutting through Ouch! Just let it go. I don't know why I can do it either." Privately, he suspects this ability is why his sword once worked against that bastard. "You passed the test, Aesel. Carry this and follow me before the moon sets." She hesitates. "Oh, okay?" Under the full moon, Ronan declares this the first chapter of his saga, destined to be the Empire's greatest record. They walk through the night. "Philion Academy?" Aesel gasps. "I misheard, right? Where only the Empire's elites gather? You and me?" Ronan sighs at her repeating it. "Why, you don't want to?" she asks. "No," he mutters. "That's not the main problem. You're talented in martial arts, but I can't do anything," Aesel frets. "I'm cowardly and timid." Ronan turns. "Do you want to keep living like that? Wasting your talent just to appease some punk? Is that the life you want?" She falters. He's blunt. "You're stupid, cowardly, timid, a crybaby. Cook!" "But that doesn't matter. Those things you can change. However, you can never change the time you let slip away, Aesel," Ronan says. "And someday, you'll definitely regret it." His gaze hardens, just like he did in his previous life. "So, any change of heart now?" Aesel's eyes fill. To think Ronan cares this much about her. "I won't force you," he adds. "You can head back if you want." Ronan turns to leave, and Aesel stops him. "Wait, I want to change too. I'll go to Philion with you. Teach me what to do." He smirks. "Good. You're finally acting brave. Let's start your first trial." She agrees eagerly. "Yeah!" All according to plan. Later, by a fire, Aesel hesitates. "This is my first trial?" "I found the perfect opponent to raise your skills instantly. The Luna Goblins. A hulking one crouches among scattered bones, and there's a whole horde of them." "How are they, Aesel? Don't they look like small fry at a glance?" Aesel panics. "What is he talking about?" Ronan's eyes glow with anticipation. Now then, a grin spreads across his face. The Luna Goblin, a mutant breed marked by yellow skin and a grotesque body. What sets them apart is their obsession. They go crazy for gold and silver. These creatures ambush merchants, loot their treasure, and gather it all to feast, but only on full moon nights like this. Acel realizes why they came. So that's the reason? Ronan nods. That's right. Today we're going to loot all that treasure, Ronan declares. Acel wonders how he knows so much about these goblins. He dodges the truth. He saw it in his past life. While they sleep, use telekinesis to move the treasure into this bag. Acel balks. What if they wake up? We'd be screwed. He scoffs at her cowardice. Listen, to enter Philion, we need two things. First is money. Philion's tuition is absurd. Second, practical experience, which matters even more. The Academy gathers nobles trained since birth, Ronan explains. To beat them, there's only one way. Pile on real experience with your life on the line. The goblins are perfect, money and training in one. Acel can't argue. It's decided, he grins. Shall we get started right away? Under the moon, treasure floats upward, coins and rings drifting through the air. Acel strains to control it. Okay, just a little more. Now, just like that. Then, drop them. The loot tumbles into the bags. Hoo-hoo, very nice, Ronan smiles. With the last bag full, he grins at her. See, practical work is the best. Acel breathes out. It actually worked? Ronan admits he doubted they'd adapt to practical work so fast. Watching Acel beam, he thinks he's found someone good. All right, the bags are full. Let's wrap up. Acel blinks. Really? It's over? Nothing left to do. Let's return before something bothersome happens. But it's too late. A blade flashes in the dark. Damn it! A furious voice rings out. You damn cocky bastard! Stop right there! The shout wakes the den. Acel curses whoever's making a racket. A goblin stirs. Krr? Who's making a fuss? Then it sees the looted chest, empty. Where did our shiny stuff go? It shrieks. Thief! The whole horde jolts awake, scanning for them. A goblin spots them. Ronan groans. Ah, fuck. Acel pales beside him. This has gotten a bit messy, Ronan mutters as the goblins charge. Ack! Acel screams. He's almost amused. That's right, I was wondering why it was going so smoothly. Panicking, Acel suggests dumping the bags and fleeing. Ronan refuses. Throw what behind? How are we paying tuition without this? Are you going to earn it yourself? The horde closes in. That's not important right now, Acel cries as the goblins swarm. They're here, Ronan! Ronan studies his cheap steel longsword, gauging its weight. I hope it lasts around 15 hits. Roughly 30 goblins charge. Ronan! Watch out! His blade flashes. 15 swings, he calculates. That'll be sufficient. Then he hurls himself into the horde. Ronan's blade tears through the goblins. Heads fly, blood sprays across the night sky. Acel stares, frozen, as a severed goblin slumps beside her. The bloodied sword gleams in the dark. Now with this, Ronan rises, eyes burning, drenched in crimson. There's only 14 left. The slaughter has barely begun. A raven crosses the moon as Ronan's blade drives down through another goblin. Is this the last one? Well, I guess. Acel can't believe it. No way! What did I just see? With a single blow, he'd cut down 3 goblins charging head-on, and the group rushing behind them. To her, Ronan had simply vanished for an instant before reappearing. In a flash, Ronan reappeared, carving through goblin after goblin in a blur of red slashes. Acel could only stare at the carnage he'd unleashed, bodies strewn across the ground. What are you doing? Going to keep losing your mind like that? He asks. Sorry, I couldn't help it, he shrugs. No need to apologize, just quickly pack your things. To go home, Ronan says, shouldering the loot. The trek proves grueling. He'd hoped for an easy journey, but nothing comes easy. His muscles ache from just a few goblins. His young body hasn't grown enough. He resolves to train hard once back. Acel asks about the earlier screeching. How would I know? Then a furious voice booms. Stand up at once! Distant voices vow to make whoever's responsible pay for their suffering. Then a glowing arrow streaks through the air toward Acel. Huh? Ronan curses and snatches it midair. What is this now? Acel shrieks. An arrow! He wonders if the forest is cursed, crawling with lunatics. Figures emerge, actual people, and young ones at that. "Who are you?" Then dryly, "We're sorry, guys. We almost killed living people," one frets, then asks if they're hurt. Ronan isn't fooled. "What bullshit. You can't even hide your gazes. Stop the lousy acting and answer me." His eyes narrow. "Who are you people?" The boy laughs awkwardly. "Right, we never introduced ourselves. Sorry, you see, we are…" "Carabolo!" one of them roars, lunging. "Carabolo?" Ronan barely processes the word before violence erupts. Figures strike, and someone's hurled down, bloodied. "Those trash bastards?" His eyes blaze. "You son of a bitch!" An attacker bellows. Aesel cries out, wounded. "Ronan!" He whirls toward her. "Watch out!" Then power gathers at his fingertips. Invisible hand. "What? I can't move!" Ronan grins at Aesel's timing. "Nice!" His blade carves in, slashing the frozen attacker. "What in the world?" The man chokes. "Arr!" Aesel trembles. "Ronan, did you kill him?" He answers flatly. "Then should I let the ones trying to kill me do it instead? Didn't you hear them? They called themselves Carabolo," Ronan says. Aesel gasps. "Carabolo?" The name belongs to the Empire's worst poaching group. Poachers, kidnappers, human traffickers. "You know well," the pinned man sneers. Ronan presses down. "Without me, you'd have been killed and gutted for your organs." Aesel pales. "Keeping bastards like them alive, knowing what they are, is itself a crime, brat. Stop making a fuss and just take your belongings," Ronan says, then freezes. "What's with this bundle? Why is it moving?" He realizes the poachers were carrying animals they'd caught. "We'll find out once we open it." Suddenly the sack bursts. "Prick!" A glowing blue bird erupts into the air. Aesel gapes. "What?" Ronan blinks. "Is this a chicken head?" The glowing blue bird flutters above them. "It has blue feathers?" Aesel marvels. She's never seen one. "It's my first time too," Ronan admits. Then he notices the shackles binding it. Carabolo's poaching shackles, made to disrupt mana and movement, used to capture illusion species. His eyes sharpen. "Then this bluebird is…" Aesel begs for an answer. Please?" A magic projection flickers to life. "It finally connected," Aesel gasps. "The bird is talking!" Ronan scoffs. "It's a communication spell, and the bag must have blocked its mana." A man named Valen appears, a researcher of illusion species and guardian of the bird, Marpez. Relieved his connection finally worked, he asks who they are. "Just kind passers-by," Ronan replies smoothly. Ronan recounts the fight with the poachers who kidnapped the bird, though the bloody details are too much to explain. "In short, we saved him." Valen reels. "Poachers? Kidnapped?" Deeply indebted, he asks how to repay them. Aesel waves it off, worried about the shackled bird. "Will it fly off on its own if we free it?" Ronan nods. "It should." Valen explains the dream bird has a strong homing instinct. Just freeing it will send it home. "Sounds good." Ronan slices the shackles off. "PPIK?" The little bird shakes free of its bonds. "Go back to your dad, Blue," he says gently. "You don't need to worry anymore." But instead of flying away, it chirps at him. "Peep-pick! Peep-pick!" Ronan blinks. "Huh?" Confused, Ronan asks why the bird is shoving its backside in his face. Valen explains it wants him to pluck a feather. A dream bird's feather works like a compass, pointing toward its owner. "Bring it to the Institute and find us," he says. "I'll repay you then." The bird zips off. Then Aesel notices something. "What's on your hand, Ronan?" "Huh? What is this?" Ronan murmurs, staring at his hand. A few days later, they reach a bustling town. There, a merchant inspects a brilliant blue jewel, weighing its value and craftsmanship. "This is a truly excellent item. I'll give you 20 gold coins." The troop leader, Dune Caravel, marvels at the quality of everything they brought. "Looks like I'm in great luck today." Dune welcomes them warmly. Ronan's relieved. Other troops had branded them scammers, nearly making him snap. But this honest merchant made the search worthwhile. Dune asks if they have anything else to entrust. Does this count? Ronan offers a strange purple object. "I'm curious what it is," Dune murmurs. "It's what the bluebird left behind. An egg-like thing Ronan first mistook for poop." Ronan admits he'd assumed the chicken head had just left droppings. Disgusted, he tested it on a rock and found it astonishingly tough. Dune examines the purple egg closely. I don't know if it's that brat's egg, but it's a precious byproduct of an illusion species. This could be a treasure of incredible value. Studying it, he murmurs, "This color, this feeling. Don't tell me, this is horse shit, is it?" Ronan asks, half hoping. Dune sweats. "Of course not, Ajashi, though I don't know what it is." Ronan decides to consult a specialist later. Then he asks about Philion books. They're applying for the entrance exam but lack information. Dune brightens. "You came just in time. My daughter's applying to Philion too. She might help you." Dune mentions his daughter should be home soon. Right on cue, a blonde girl arrives. "Who are those people, Dad?" "Speak of the devil," Dune says. "That's my one and only daughter, Marya." Ronan startles. "What? Marya?" He recognizes her. "That brat?" Dune urges her to greet his special guests. Marya scoffs. "These greenhorn babies?" Dune scolds her rudeness. Dune apologizes for Marya's sharp tongue. Aesel doesn't mind, but worries Ronan might. Ronan steps forward. "Hey, are you really Marya? The one with Sen as her middle name?" She's stunned. "How did you know that?" He frowns. "Strange. You resemble him, but the person I know is certainly..." He leans in. "So, by any chance, do you have that dangling thing down there?" "A dick." The blunt word hangs in the silence between them.
That was Motion Manhua. Subscribe so the next story finds you.